Alright, 28th video. So, guys, to show my appreciation to you guys for helping me go from 5 subscribers to 7, I want to be honest with you guys. Despite this being an MMA channel, I don't actually go back and watch many fights on my own. It's actually rare that after I watch fights live or I watch the fights the next day, that I usually watch them. Or it's rare that I watch fights more than once, or rather, fighters' performances more than once. For example, my favorite fighter is Khabib Nurmagomedov, right? And still, it's been like a year and a half since I last, actually went back and watched a fight of his. But recently, I went back and watched a fighter's fight, right? And when I watched them back, nothing can compare to the feeling of when I first watched them fight live. I'm gonna give an example just in case you don't understand what I'm saying here. I remember when I watched Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. When Alexandre submitted Kai, I mean, I was fucking ecstatic. I was screaming, let's go. My heart was pumping. My brain was filled with dopamine. I was so happy for Pantoja. So I watched again to recapture that same feeling, right? I watched the fight from beginning to end, Krykara lands some shots. Alexandre lands some shots as well. He gets some takedowns, takes his back, does what he does as the first time. And it was cool to watch, but not quite the same. Something was missing. And it was like that from beginning to end. Even when he got the finish, it just didn't hit the same as it did the first time. So anyway, the point is, right, I usually never get the same feeling watching the fights back compared to when I watched them the first time. But there is one person who's the exception. When I watch them fight, right, I feel just as I did as I watched them the first time. And that is my favorite light heavyweight, and honestly one of my favorite fighters, period, Jiri Prochazka. When I say I love Jiri Prochazka, no homo, I really mean I love Jiri Prochazka. Again, no homo. I remember when I saw him quote unquote fight, I use that word with quotations because it wasn't really a fight. I would compare it more to like sexual assault. I say this because Jiri got screwed. I mean, don't no disrespect, because again, I need to emphasize I love Jiri, but unfortunately, I have to call a spade, right? He got destroyed by Alex in the second fight, and I vividly remember seeing Alex kick Jiri back to the tire shop where he used to work. I once again vividly remember being on a phone call with my cousin when I saw that. I was speechless, and you know that feeling when you are upset, you can't even speak? You just sit there absorbing the moment in all of its entirety. You can't believe it's real, but it is, and it's terrible. Needless to say, I was fucking devastated when I saw Jiri had nothing for Alex. He just gets dominated like that. It was terrible. So seeing my boy Jiri die was not a very epic feeling, right? But see him get outstriked at distance by Alexander Rakik and make that epic comeback and knock him out was so beautiful to see, just so lovely. I remember watching that live. I unironically called this guy a samurai. And I don't usually do that because, that's pretty cringe. So when Jiri destroyed Jamal Hill, it was a bit of a bittersweet moment because, I wanted Jiri to win, and I'm glad he did. Still, at the same time, I like Jamal. I think he gets a lot of hate from the masses just because of his words against Alex, because Alex Pereira fans, I would argue, are just as bad as the Dagestani fans. Right? We have on one side talking about the we smash Megega, the Dagestani from Nebraska, and the Chama Twitter user who needs to frankly just go outside, right? So both are pretty fucking insufferable is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, the point being, right, he spectacularly beats Jamal, right, like he always does. And still, my favorite fight of all time of Jiri, the one where I was screaming for a solid couple of seconds like a fucking lunatic, and I was pounding my chest like a fucking, autistic gorilla after he finished him, was when Jiri laid it on Khalil Roundtree. And again, in the third round. And, I have nothing against Khalil, but that fight was absolute cinema, right? Yuri was frankly down 0-2, and has an issue with Khalil's power, speed, and precision. And what makes it worse, you have fucking Joe Rogan in the commentary. Oh, Khalil's just on a different level, man. Khalil's Muay Thai is the best thing since sliced bread. This guy's a marauder. Like we get a joke. You like big black men. Anyway, I'm kidding, right? But yes, Khalil's Muay Thai was giving Yuri a lot of trouble. Still, when Yuri started landing that jab and finding his range on Khalil, you can tell he was starting to find something, right? And on the third, he just poured it on Khalil, and the way he knocked him out was cold. Literal King Von shit. Face first in the canvas. But anyway, I yapped on long enough. And as I look at my script in Grammarly here, I see that I am at 900 words. And I haven't even gotten to the main point of this video, which I now learn isn't really the main point because I'm going to wrap this up soon anyway. So still, as I was watching most of Yuri's fights back in the UFC, I saw some unfortunate news on my timeline. It is rumored that Yuri is going to fight Carlos Ulberg. When I initially saw this, I was conflicted to say the least, right? Listen, I think Carlos is genuinely excellent, and I think he deserves a lot of respect for how good he is, but, there's just one thing about that. There's just one thing about that, right? I don't really care. I don't want Yuri to fight Carlos, okay? I don't. I'm just going to be honest, right? Who wants to see that fight, am I right? We don't need that fight. I was thinking someone more like, Alexander Rakik rematch, maybe the Jamal rematch, and maybe, just maybe, we could get the legendary superstar Anthony Smith to come out of retirement and fight Yuri. Okay, in all seriousness, right? Now, this fight is just rumored. It's not for sure, so I don't know if it's happening still. Yuri also said he wants to fight for the title, which, it's a little, well, listen, the thing with that is Yuri is in a bit of a tough position. He either gets an undeserved trilogy after losing really badly in the second time, or, he fights Carlos Ulberg for a title eliminator. So I guess the other option is Big Ank, which, to be honest, I love Big Ank, and I think that's, actually, to be fair, now that I say that out loud, I think that's a fight I would rather see than Yuri versus Carlos. Now, you're probably asking, why don't you want to see Yuri versus Carlos? What do you think he's going to lose? Well, it's not that exactly. It's rather, yes, I do. I think he's going to get slept badly. Listen, I said I think Carlos is frankly super underrated given his skill set, but that doesn't mean I like him. But goddamn is he good, right? Just so good at distance management and being so precise with his shots. I mean, Dominic Reyes, when he fought Yuri, he frankly had a somewhat competitive back and forth with the guy before he got brutally, folded. But when Dominic fought Carlos, I mean, the poor guy just couldn't get anything going, and he goes the distance. He just got put out badly. And Yuri's only way to win fights is going forward. So I don't like it. So I'm gonna say I hope this fight is exactly what it is and just a rumor, because I don't think my heart can handle seeing Yuri get done like that. And but so yeah, let's just hope for as a Yuri fan, as like myself, that just doesn't happen. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Let me know what you guys thoughts of it. Yeah, let me know if you would like to see Yuri versus Carlos. Does it make sense? Tell me why or why not. And let me know your favorite Yuri moment as well. We love Yuri. No Yuri slander will be allowed in this chat or YouTube video, rather. I don't know why I said that. But yet again, if you don't like Yuri, then you just generally don't like MMA. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And peace.